I'm hard-pressed to think of a guitar brand that has executed as well as Guild has over the last few years on both electric and acoustic offerings. I've had the pleasure of playing a few of their guitars, including the Surfliner Deluxe, which I think is a really fun and versatile electric. I've also gotten in one of their Starfire 1 DCs, a really cool homage to the classic Starfire line, and I'm excited to keep the acoustic season series going with this, the Guild DS-240E. It's a really elegant, beautiful, and versatile acoustic guitar, and we're going to dive into it today. But if you're new to the channel, if you're finding this video because you're into acoustic music, perhaps you stumbled upon it, I appreciate you watching and following along in these videos and engaging in the comments. Please hit subscribe below to keep up on future videos and engage with a question or a note below. Join the conversation. I love to chat with you guys here. I'm excited to keep this acoustic season series rolling with this Guild, as it's just been a really fun way for me, kind of a diversion from the full production, lots of effects, kind of ambient electric world that I live in. I've really enjoyed playing acoustic at home on my couch in the evenings. A fun diversion to kind of go down different rabbit holes. And so if you have any questions about this guitar, if you have curiosities about other acoustic guitars that you'd like me to check out, drop them below in the comments too, and I can see if I can make those happen in the series here. Let's move on to the DS-240E here, a really beautiful, elegant slope shoulder dreadnought from Guild. It really draws some inspiration from the 30s and kind of the vintage stylings. It's available in a few colors, including this black with beautiful binding around the top and bottom. There's a solid Sitka spruce top on this guitar with mahogany back and sides. It's a really classic, really traditional composition and construction for this slope shoulder style dreadnought. And what I think it really produces is this really full, balanced, beautiful acoustic sound. These models are fairly new to me. I'm pretty familiar with the traditional dreadnought style, but these slope shoulder guitars, both in sound and in playability, are just really, really cool instruments, especially coming from electric world. And so I've enjoyed diving into those. You get a fullness in the lows and the low mids that you don't always get with acoustic instruments. And you don't sacrifice that top end sparkle with these guitars. I've just found it to be a really balanced, really beautiful, really full sounding acoustic. It works really great for finger picking. It feels and sounds really big and full for strumming, and you can do a lot with this type of guitar. One of the things that was most exciting to me about this specific model is the DeArmond Tone Boss pickup. It's a really cool inclusion on this guitar. To me, it's cool to think about the possibilities of pairing it with my pedal board and running it into amps to just kind of see how we can produce new textures and sounds with an acoustic instrument. The DS-240E is part of the Memoir line from Guild, and they have a number of different body styles and models in that line. They come in at a really attractive price point, especially for beginners or intermediate players, someone who maybe just wants to pick up their first acoustic guitar and get into that world. And so I think that they've done a really beautiful job, a really great job of executing on some great models and styles at a great price point too. This one is around $650 new. You can get a version of it without the pickup for a little bit less, but I think it's a lot of fun to have that pickup included to unlock some possibilities with effects and other signal chains. And so we're going to dive into the sounds from the Guild DS-240E here. I'm going to go over a little bit of the gear that I'm using behind the scenes so it's not a mystery or a surprise to you. In the intro track, I was using a Lawton Atlantis condenser mic, a really fantastic mic that I think captured this guitar quite well. We're running that into a Warm Audio WA273 preamp for both the mic'd and direct sounds and the sound samples here. In the intro track, I did a lot of post-production magic to really kind of polish up the sound and the feel of that track and present it as best as I could. So we're using compression and EQ and reverb on those stems, but for the sound samples to come here, we're just going to leave everything dry with just a touch of mastering style compression on each of the sounds. So let's hear the DS-240E, again mic'd up with the Lawton Audio Atlantis, to hear those rich, full, slope shoulder dreadnought sounds. I wanted to give a taste too of what the Tone Boss pickup sounds like, both on its own and going through a small pedal board of effects. We're going to do that now here, again running into the warm WA273 preamp before hitting the DAW, and midway through you'll hear me kick on a few pedals, including the Origin Effects DCX Boost, Line 6 HX1 with the retro reel effect, and a Strymon Big Sky MX for some reverb. So that's a look at the Guild DS-240E, a really beautiful, elegant slope shoulder dreadnought from Guild. I'm going to be doing some more videos on this guitar. This is not going to be the last you see of it, and we're probably going to dive into some fun experimental ambient style videos where I'm running this with the pickup through some effects and through some pedals and kind of seeing what we can come up with here. So make sure to subscribe below, check back for some more videos on the Guild DS-240E, and have a great day. Take care.